Hey gamers, welcome back to my channel. My name is RubyRed and today we are diving into Darkhill Museum of Death. In Darkhill, we explore a virtual museum themed around real death artwork from different cultures and time periods. We have a room for executions from the 20th century, human sacrifice from the Aztecs, World War II trenches. There is a mini graveyard. We even touch on the Black Plague. During your visit to Darkhill, there's a few things that you can expect. First off, the time of the game. For me personally, this took about 40 minutes, and that included looking through all of the puzzles, reading all of the descriptions, and really getting a full idea of the game. So I'd say on average, you could probably be there about 45 minutes. I can't really see anyone spending more than an hour in this game. There are no jump scares in the museum. Reading about these real-life events can be a bit creepy at times, but there is absolutely nothing that will pop up and scare you. This virtual museum contains real-life artwork depicting death, but nothing is excessively graphic or gory. In fact, all of the artwork, in my opinion, is very tastefully placed. In all honesty, you can complete this game in one sitting. It took me about 40 minutes. I would say that it would take any person no more than an hour to play this game. You absolutely can leave it and come back to pick up right where you left off, but unfortunately, there's no reason for you to come back after you've completed the game. Nothing is going to change. I did pick up on one interesting piece. In my version of the Aztec pyramid room, I have a different puzzle than what is depicted in the stock images for the game on the Steam store. So it would appear that the devs are updating this game in some way, shape, or form, but it still doesn't change that there's honestly no reason to come back and play this game after you've done it once. So let's talk a little bit about the game. Darkhill Museum of Death is a casual indie adventure game. I definitely would not rank this in any kind of horror category. While the themes are death related, there's nothing overly graphic, there's no jump scares, there's nothing about it that I would feel it needs to be in a horror category. So calling it a casual indie adventure is perfect. It's a museum tour. You do it once, you've got everything you need, and we move on. This is available on the Steam store for $2.99 US dollars. It is a single player adventure that has 15 Steam achievements. Good news is, if you are an achievement hunter like myself, all 15 of these achievements are automatically yours just by going through the game. So no having to go back and look for extra puzzles, nothing crazy. It's straightforward, get your achievements, call it a day. So let's talk about some pros and cons of the game. We'll start with pros. Honestly, it's an enjoyable game. It was only about 40 minutes, but I enjoyed my time here. I don't hate the game by any means. I actually like it. I think the game is unique. It's a great concept, and it has a lot of room to grow. They could very easily make the puzzles a bit harder, add more rooms, change up the design a bit more, just things to take it to the next level. So lots of room to grow. It's an enjoyable experience. It's unique. I was entertained. There's pros to this. It's a cool game. Do I recommend you buy it? Yeah, but you should probably wait for it to go on sale. So let's talk about the cons, starting with the price point. Now, don't get me wrong. I love indie games. I'm one of their biggest fans. I will forever be a lover of indie developers. They are underappreciated in most cases. However, $2.99 for a 40-minute game that you kind of do some reading, the puzzles are really easy. I can't really get behind that price point. If it was $1, $1.50, something under $2. I might even say $2. I would be more okay with it, but I don't think it's essentially a $3 game. I think that this is like a $1 game, unless they added more puzzles into it, added more difficulty, did something more to it. But 40 minutes of your time for $3 for some reading is, I just can't get behind it, you guys. Another con for me, unfortunately, is the puzzles. While I enjoyed them, they're very easy to get through. There's not a whole lot of depth to them. They're very straightforward and very easy. So I would love to see a bit more complexity with the puzzles. There's a concept where part of a puzzle that's in the main room you go into ties into a scene in the graveyard. I love that option where the puzzles continue to flow with one another. Unfortunately, the majority of all these puzzles are just you complete them, you grab your little sphere, and you move on. And then when you get to the end of the game, you turn your spheres in, so that's a cool little concept, but there's nothing that sets these puzzles apart or makes it difficult or really drives me to say, hey guys, I can't wait for you to go to this room to play this game. And that's where it falls short for me. So here's what I think. It's a 4 out of 10. I enjoyed the game. Don't get me wrong by any means. The room to grow, the unique experience, the concept, really cool concept. I back this up. I want them to do more with it. But as the game stands right now, the puzzles are far too easy. There's no replayability. I'm not all that thrilled about the price point. So while I hope that they can put more into this game, for right now, it's a 4 for me, guys. I'm sorry. And thus concludes the virtual tour of Darkhill Museum of Magic.